All right, we're here. It's Monday morning. It's 6:20 a.m. down in not so humid, not so hot Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The weather's changed, and it's like the rest of the earth now, so I can actually breathe. But we're in here early Monday. We're going to do the Fanatics weekly auction recap. It's the top 48 basketball cards that sold last night. I'm really excited to get in here because we're starting to see a little bit of a turning of the tides on some cards. We're seeing a whole bunch of irregularities in the market. Everybody is starting to question, this sale seemed too high. Why is this card worth more than this card? Everybody plays those games. We're trying to find incongruencies and fallacies and misapplied logic or the absence of logic in certain card prices. And not just for Jordan, but Kobe, LeBron, Jordan, Doncic, downtowns, kabooms, this and that. And last night's Fanatics Weekly Auction number 198 and this morning's recap, you're going to see a whole hell of a lot of WTF. Some stuff is starting to reset, maybe come down a little bit. Some cards that we've seen run hot as a firecracker. And some cards just continue to make no sense at all. Namely, there's a lot of patch autograph stuff, non-rookie patch autograph stuff that's selling for a really high number, including the card at the very top of last night's auction, which was a Luka Doncic card that just came out. And it defies logic, and I want somebody to explain it to me. That's what today's video is going to have, all sorts of interesting scratch-your-head concerns and thoughts. And so we're just in a really strange time of the hobby as we approach Q4 2025, leading into the new year. Let me know what you think is going on in the hobby. The comment section should be rambunctious and robust, for lack of a better word, given some of the sales that we're about to look at. Enjoy this video, guys. I hope this gets your week off to a great start, and thank you all for watching. If you've got a bunch of unwanted inventory that you've been sitting on for days, weeks, months, years, ship it to Fanatics Marketplace and let them do all the work. Just make sure when you ship it, you use the promotional code Cajun, all capital letters, C-A-J-U-N. All right, guys, Bryan with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana. I came in this morning with tons of energy. I'm very excited to look at some of these cards. I had a bunch of cards sell last night, but none of them were big enough to finish in the top 48 last night. But what was big enough to finish in the top 48 was a beautiful hierarchy Jordan card, the 96 Bowman's Best Cuts Atomic Refractor in a BGS 9.5. This card is notoriously considered men's size by PSA. So BGS 9.5 is a great option for those of you who are PSA snobs, because PSA loves to say this card's men's size and not grade the card. But 9,300 was the sale last night. We're going to look it up in Card Ladder. The 48th card already into Card Ladder. Highest sale since, oh, wait a second. I'm so used to saying that a Jordan Hierarchy Gem Mint card just broke an all-time record. This one did not. This is a little bit of a pullback, and it's coming back down from an August sale of this year when it sold for $11,150. But even more so, it's coming back from an early August sale where it sold for $13,200. This is not a high pop card. Now, again, it's not a PSA 10. But it's a pop 11 in PSA 10. It's a pop 24 in BGS 9.5. So you're talking about 35 gems in the world. 30 years later, the card's only been graded 212 times by the big grading companies. Guys, this is a card that's come down from 13,200 to 11,150 to 9,300. That is what I was speaking about. As I said, we might start to see a couple of these. Again, these are the exact types of cards that I and so many of my friends and so many of you guys watching collected in the Michael Jordan world, the 90s inserts and parallels, the low pop, the high grade, and we've seen them run. And as I've always said, we just have to be cautious when stuff runs too fast. This is Exhibit A for a card that did nothing wrong. It just happened to come out of the woodwork a lot recently because prices went up so high. All right, enough about that card. We're going to see a lot more examples of cards exactly like this, and we'll see if they followed in the same suit and came back a little bit from the all-time high price or a recent near all-time high price. We'll see what happens. Wall and Beal, what could have been, man? The world has already forgotten about the great John Wall, #1 pick out of the University of Kentucky. Of course, he was a Calipari product in the great lineage, incredible lineage of University of Kentucky Wildcat point guards. I mean, Rondo, Booker, not really a point guard, but he's playing point. Tyrese Maxey, Quickly, probably should not have mentioned him. John Wall. I mean, there's a long list. De'Aaron Fox. We could go on and on and on, and I'm leaving out some of the best. $9,300 for a dual logo man, flawless, from 2024. When's the last time John Wall has played basketball, for God's sakes? 2008 Topps Chrome, Kobe Bryant and LeBron James on one card, but it is a Kobe card. It's a PSA 10. This is just a regular refractor, not the gold, not the orange, not the X-Fractor. Guess what? This card, we're starting to see some 2021-like tendencies. Very high pop card. The card's been graded 418 times. It does feature 2 of the game's greatest to ever do it, probably 2 of the 4 most collected players in the world. It is a refractor. It is a PSA 10, but it is a Pop 146. This is a card that's sold 31 times in 2 years. So you can get this card more than once a month. This card is coming to market. It was flat, 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 flat. And then people decided, you know what? I'm going to start paying triple for my cards. And so it went from a cool, I don't know, $2,900 in December of last year. And here we are less than a year later. And the card has run up to last night's sale of $9,300. That is... I probably should not have done that because I'm guessing that is nowhere near the all-time high of $31,000. That was a premature bell ringing, as they say. And I'm 51 years old, so sometimes I prematurely ring the bell. You know, it's just one of those things. If you're 51, you know what I'm talking about. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I have no problems in that area. 176% this card is up over the last 2 years, and that is with a hell of a lot of these coming to market. I don't think that's going to end well. That's just my personal opinion, and it's no disparagement of Kobe or LeBron. Moving on, we got another Hot Shots. Okay, so similar to what we saw. Now, this is not going to be as rare of a card as the Bowman Best Cuts Atomic, but it sold for more. No, it sold for the exact same, $9,300. The Hot Shots Jordan BGS 9.5, another great Jordan hierarchy card, tier 3 card, 9.5. This card last night is down again for the second time in a row, so almost exactly like the Atomic Best Cuts that we saw last night. The only difference is this card never got back to the 2021 all-time high price of $15,000, but sure as hell tried and got to $13,200. Here we are over the last 1 year. The card ran, and then has had 2 sales come back. Again, you guys can go in here. You guys can look and see, is it a quad? Is it a Gym Plus? Is it a Min Gym? Is it really a BGS 9.5? Is there a problem on the back? You know, you got to do all that stuff yourself. Again, I'm just a dude reading numbers. I put zero research into looking at the card. I'm just spouting out numbers that I saw from a sale last night. You've got to go that step further if you're in the market to buy one of these things and figure out, is the card resetting or was there something about this one and the last one? I don't know. But it went all the way up to $13,200, and now it's come all the way back to $9,000. $4,000 off of a $13,000 card is about a 30% drop. So that's a meaningful drop. Let me see if I can get this to make more sense. That's 6 months. That's 1 month. 1 month. The last 2, you know, it's down 13% from the last sale. So that's about the best I can do right there. But it's down from $13,200, probably around 30-something%. I don't know. Do some quick math. Never seen this card, but damn, this card's really cool looking. It's got a lot going on, I will say that. 2023 Noir Steph Curry, authentic card, 10 for the autograph, 59 bids. It's a lot of bids for a card way down here, buried way down here on the list. Just a really good looking card. Capstones is what it is called, and that card does $9,300 as well. How about a Kobe Duncan Go Nuts BGS 9.5 mixed gem, doing $9,600. Michael Jordan 98 Stadium Club Royal Court PSA 10 does $10,200. Guys, check it out. This is a badass card, and the buyer of this card definitely paid because he messaged me this morning. He follows the channel. He was very excited that he picked it up, and why not? It's down from the last sale. Again, another. This is 3 consecutive Hierarchy Jordan Gem Mint cards, and the first PSA 10 we're going to look at, it's coming back a little bit. And no, this is not a high pop card. This is a pop 16 with a 3% gem rate. This is the very definition of the cards that we have seen over the last 6 to 12 months breaking all-time highs. If we sort this thing by date sold, you can see what I'm talking about. The card from 2023, 3,200, 4,200, double it to 8,500, 8,600, 11,155, and then finally, it comes back last night. So the third MJ Hierarchy card we've seen come back a little bit from the all-time high and from a recent run over well, that card, for instance, was a 2-year run, right? What about Shaquille O'Neal, right? We saw the 2021 type curve for the Kobe LeBron refractor that we just looked at, which is a relatively high pop card. The Shaquille O'Neal Beam Team rookie, I think it's his best rookie card. Some people would say Topps Gold, I guess. Some people would say the Upper Deck, whatever, the 1 or the 1A, or the Upper Deck, the pack pulled or the trade redemption. I think this is it, and you could even go a step further and say his Beam Team members only was, but that's not pack pulled. Remember, members only was distributed in a set. And then some people don't recognize this as a rookie card because it's an insert, but to each his own, right? I would consider this a Shaq rookie card personally. Let me know what you think in the comments. But this 1992 Beam Team Shaquille O'Neal, again, one of the greatest insert sets of all time. It's got Jordan in there too, by the way, and we're about to look at 2 MJs. Pop 131, not a rare card, 5,000 graded, but rare as hell in PSA 10, 3.8% gem rate. So if you're a Shaq collector and Shaq is running hot as a firecracker and you want his best rookie card, again, just my opinion, and again, I'm throwing out autographs and all the serial numbered stuff, the obscure stuff. This 131, $10.8 thousand. Look at this. This is very 2021-like. People are ignoring the high pop of 131, and you can argue that's not a high pop Cajun. You know, there's this many Victor Wembanyama's, there's this many Anthony Edwards, there's this many Zions. Yeah, well, if you could say your wife's a supermodel if you compare her to Oprah Winfrey. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like you got to remember, you got to compare apples to apples. You got to compare pop to pop. You can't compare, it's like the Star folks saying the Star card is incredibly rare because there's so many fewer than the 1986 Fleer, which is like the most printed card in the history of the universe. You got to do, logical comparisons, apples to apples, red apples to red apples. Pop 131 is a relatively high pop, and it's not a rare card. But here we go. 10,800 over the last 2 years. It is almost tripled. Almost tripled. How about this? It's more than doubled since August 15th. Guys, we're just starting November. This is the first Fanatics weekly auction recap of November. August was just past a month and a half ago. It was $4,900. Now we go $6,000, $8,750, $10,800. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. Give me the Jordan Best Cuts Atomic Refractor BGS 9.5 for my money. Looking at the all-time high, we're not there. A lunatic paid $15,999 back here in 2021. But Shaq cards continue to do very well. That is another example. Again, we're going to keep looking these cards up. This is a Jordan Hierarchy 95, his first Ultra Gold medallion, the first one. And if you guys, this one's not that rare, but if you guys have ever tried to grade this card, you've ever held the card in your hand, it's very difficult to find this card without surface defects. Lots of little flecks and crevices and, scratches and things like that. It's a very sheer looking surface, and you guys can kind of tell. And even this one, I don't know. I mean, you can get really in-depth in here. By the way, 23 bids, God's plan, MJ. 11,100 for this one. But if you look in here and you want to really dig deep, watch this. Never mind. Here's some issues, and you're going to have to ask those kind of questions. You're going to have to look at the card and say, you know what, do I think it's a PSA 10 with these edges? Do I think it's a PSA 10? And I'm really not the guy that does this often, but on a card like this, when I see a PSA 10, I'm like, well, I've held 15 of these in my hand. I've sent 10 to 15 to PSA knowing I'm going to get a 7 or an 8, and it's still worth grading. And I've never seen one with a good surface. And if you look at this surface, I mean, you can see there might be some question marks, but then again, it might be on the slab. I don't freaking know. You guys can make your own judgment on this kind of stuff. 11,100 this Ultra Gold medallion sells for last night. We're definitely going to look this card up. It's right there. It also, all right, here's a theme. Now we're on our fourth Jordan card that has come back from the most recent all-time high. And $2,100 it's come back. Again, Pop 26, it's been graded. You guys watch my channel. You know I use Card Ladder for all of my sales and my pricing and to get comps for all the cards that I'm buying, selling, and collecting. I've got great news for you. Now, if you subscribe to Card Ladder at cardladder.com and you use the promo code Cajun, C-A-J-U-N, at checkout, you're going to get your first month of subscription free. That's a $20 value, courtesy of yours truly, Cajun Cardboard. 1,500 times, 2% gem rate. Ring a bell. It sounds just like the Royal Court and the other cards that we just looked at. Pop 26 in PSA 10, yet it still comes back from the all-time high of 13,200, which was, I got to get rid of the double trouble and all that, which was the highest price ever paid and the most recent sale. So just from September 28th, about 35 days ago, the cards come back to $11,100. Let's see where the next one goes. That's really going to be the telltale sign when we look at, come back here, hit the subscribe button, come back to the Cajun Cardboard channel every Monday. Let's look at weekly auction 199 ending this Sunday. That's November 9th. Let's look at weekly auction 200, weekly auction 221. Or 201. Those are going to be the auctions where we really get a little bit bigger sample size. This is just one example of a card coming back. Whoa, what the hell is going on? Something just happened. My screen just jumped and I didn't touch anything. All right, anyway, that's exhibit D, I guess. The fourth example of a Jordan card showing some signs of coming back a little bit. Again, and these are my babies. These are the cards that I care the most about. Luka Doncic, Dirk Nowitzki, and Nikola Jokic. Triple auto, serial number to 10. Immaculate Collection, 11-4. We talked about the Beam Team Shaq doing amazing things. What about the Beam Team Michael Jordan? Is this going to follow the same trend that we just looked at? Well, we got to look. The other thing is I want to show you. There's another one. So we had two sales last night, 12-6 and 11-4. So two cards that sold for $1,200 difference. There must be some subtle differences between the two cards. Here we go, 12-6 and 11-4. I went ahead and pulled up all of the recent sales. This is a card that jumped as high as 13,000. Look at this trend. Here's the recent sales. 8,100, 11-1, 12, 13. Then last night, 12-6 and 11-4. Another one. That's another example. The fifth one. There's your chart. Again, remember, if there's two sales on a single night on Fanatics or any other platform, or a Fanatics and an eBay sale, the Card Ladder will take the two, add it up, divide it. That's what we call getting an average. And you will see the average displayed. The average of 12,600 and 11,400 is 12,000. Thus, the green dot goes on the $12,000 number. That's how Card Ladder does it, whether you like it or not. That's how they do it. This is a card over the last 2 years. You're doing quite nicely. Whoever sold it last night for 11-2, relax. It's not the end of the world. You're talking about the fourth highest price the card has ever sold for in history, or at least over the last 2 years. Not in history because 2021 existed. Forgot about that. But 11,200 out of 128 sales, you're looking at a top 10 sale of all time. So again, we're still way the hell up in this bull market of MJ. We just might start seeing signs of a little bit of a pullback because it doesn't matter who the player is on the cover of the card. Even the greatest that ever did it in team sports, he's going to feel some pullback when cards just flood the market. For God's sakes, we had 2 of the 120 in one Fanatics weekly auction in last night, and we've seen a bunch of them sell in the last few months. In fact, how many of them have sold in the last 3 months? We said there's 111 of these. That's, again, it's not the rarest thing in the world, but in 3 months out of the 111, 5 have sold. That's about 5%. 4.5% of the world's population has sold in 90 days of a really, really big card. And so that's why you're seeing a little bit of a plateau. As prices come down, guess what's going to happen? Folks are not going to bring these things to market. They're just not. And so it'll settle, it'll relax. We'll find a new floor, and then we'll start going up into the right again. 92 Upper Deck All-Star Weekend Gold. Now, here's a rare piece. I can just tell you right now, I've actually got a couple of these things. Hang on. Bear with me. I'm reaching over here. I got a couple of these sets over here right now. These came in this. Here's a little Cajun Cardboard study time. You're going to get a little lesson here. That's what these things look like. Can y'all see that? NBA All-Star Collectors set. They came in these little box sets, and they're all shaking around in here, just banging against the corners. And so it's really hard to find these in a tin. But you're not looking at the ones that came, normally came in here. You're looking at the very rare. Every once in a while, you'd open one of those boxes, and the entire set would be gold plated. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but this PSA 10 is a pop 31 bids. Shout out to Reggie Miller. check this out. This gold down here, the gold foil, Michael Jordan, the gold foil around the NBA All-Star Heroes, that's gold. It's a gold foil parallel, which makes it really, really rare. And all of these, even the base version of this, is just absolutely impossible to grade. Somebody paid more for this card than a Beam Team PSA 10. So that should let you know there's still some sharks in the waters out there. Here it is right here. When's the last time a gold PSA 10 sold? Oh, I don't know. A decade ago, 2016. How much did it sell for, Cajun? $127. Do you think some things have changed in the hobby since $127 sale in 2016? Holy hell, that's crazy. Here we go. Pop 3. I told you it was rare. There's your gem rate, 4.1%. There's only been 150 of these graded. There's 111 Beam Team PSA 10s. It's been graded 1,500 times or whatever, 5,000 times. I don't know. This thing has only been graded 150 total times. It's very subtle. You got to find the gold one first. But Pop 3, 12,000. Massive all-time record. This is a little bit of an outlier because it hasn't sold in so long. So this is not going to be, I'm not going to group this in the category as the Beam Team and, the gold medallion and the atomic cuts and the cards like that. A Kevin Durant black 1 of 1 USA Prism basketball from 2015 does $12,000. That's a lot. Bronny James inexplicably does $12,000. We saw a Bronny James card sell for $20,000 last Friday on another auction platform, and now we're seeing this crazy thing sell for $12,000. LeBron must be buying his cards. I don't know what else to say. Or maybe, Gloria's buying it, or maybe Bronny's mom is buying it. I don't know. This card we've seen before, but this is not the Jordan and the Kobe BGS 10 refractor. This is the 98 Finest Mystery Refractor, Kobe and Shaquille. And it's a BGS 10, which makes it a pop numero dos. $12,600 for this Shaq Kobe dual refractor. I've got it pulled up. There it is right there. I didn't search for BGS 10s. I just searched for the card. Check this out. The highest this card has ever sold for in history was $1,860 in October, and that was a PSA 9. This mother last night sells for $12,600. That's a huge all-time record. It is a pop 3 in PSA 10. It is a pop 2 in BGS 10. And it is BGS 9.5 is a pop 9. Guess what, guys? There's only 67 of these graded. For all of the people out there that prefer the East-West, y'all might want to do some research on the 98 Finest Mystery Refractor duels and notice how much more rare they are than the East-West. So big sale last night for that card. Congrats to Kobe and Shaq collectors. Congrats to the seller. There's that other Beam Team that sold for $12,600. How about a gold 2015 LeBron? We saw the Durant do 12. How about the gold LeBron BGS 9.5 doing $12,600? Cade Cunningham, horizontal, 2021, flawless, serial number 2 out of 10, jersey number, people, $12,600. Steph Curry, photo variations, gold pulsar, BGS 10, pop 3, does $12,600. Dual autograph, Jordan and Doc does $13,200. I got a lot of flack the other day for posting an Instagram reel and a YouTube short kind of explaining that Giannis historically was a better player than Dr. J. And I know that sounds weird to say, but if you're looking at numbers on paper and accomplishments, it's really not close. I mean, Giannis is ahead of Dr. J, and I know old people, you would think old people would side with Dr. J, but again, I try to be as objective as I can. Somebody had Dr. J in their top 10. I was like, you're a lunatic. You don't have internet access, or you're from another planet. I don't even know what you're talking about. Dr. J is not in the top 10 greatest players of all time by any measure. Could he be in the top 10 most influential, most important players of all time? Sure, when everybody was doing coke and had hookers in the locker room and smoking cigars, Dr. J was a true pro, one of the game's greatest ambassadors. So I'm not discrediting his importance to the continued success of the league and bridging that gap from the fossils of the 60s and 70s into the 80s and handed the batons, plural, over to Magic and Bird, who then handed it to Jordan, who then handed it to whoever the hell you want to say he handed it to. But Dr. J was integral, indispensable, and a vital cog in really, he was that bridge from the 70s Coke era into the 80s when NBA Finals games were actually now broadcasted live. So Dr. J was super important, super influential, and very collectible. And he's got some really great autograph stuff, but for somebody to put him in the top 10 is just reckless with no regard to actual on-court accomplishments. And his were plentiful for sure, but just not top 10 all time. 2006 Exquisite Collection, Michael Jordan, Julius Erving, serial. And to be clear, I don't think Giannis is top 10 all time either. So Jordan autograph next to that. That card went for $13.2, serial number to 10. Exquisite collection. Upper Deck Sports Fest, never heard of it. Serial number to only 5. Hand serial numbered. What a great looking Jordan autograph card. I've never seen this card. Somebody comment below. Let me know what I'm looking at. 52 bids on this one. Look at that hand serial numbering. Beautiful autograph. 9.5 Gem Plus. 10 for the autograph. Damn, that's a good looking autograph card, at least from what I can see. 13.2, and then a Kobe Bryant Noir Sneaker Spotlight PSA Authentic autograph 9 does 13.2, and then we've got to look up another card. So this card is a little more obscure than all of the Jordan cards that we've looked at. Not as obscure as the All-Star Weekend, the Salt Lake City All-Star Weekend gold parallel, which was very rare. But this is the 97 SPX Hardcourt Hollow View die cut PSA 10. And it is a Pop 9, and it sold for $13,800 last night. So we need to click in here and see if this card has followed suit with the others. Is it coming back to the pack? No, it's not. It's going to break an all-time highest price paid, and part of the reason is it just doesn't sell as often. This is a card that has sold 4 times in, oh, well, that's sorted by price. Let's look at date sold. I want to look at date sold. Well, that's going to pull up the, oh, I didn't type in, let's type in PSA 10 and see what happens. All right, now you're talking about 7 sales in history, right? So you're talking about a much more rare card than the Beam Team, even than the Atomic and all that stuff in PSA 10 at least. 13,800 is a big jump from the August sale of 12,600. So this one sort of continues to do. I mean, look at the card back in 2018 selling for $650. Here we are 7 years later. It's $13,800. That's a pretty big jump. 208 times total graded, single-digit gem percentage. Pretty good sale right there. All-time record for a Jordan card. So that one bucks the trend of Jordan cards coming back a little bit. But again, let's compare apples to apples. Panini Instant Superstar Steph Curry Logo Man Patch Auto 1 of 1 does $13,800. Kobe Bryant 2003 SP Authentic Signatures, the gold parallel, serial number to 50, PSA 9. This is a Pop 1, only one higher, $14,400. I like these cards. I didn't mess with Prism Black because I didn't even know it existed, and I don't rip Ultramodern Wax, except for the shittiest product that I've ever opened, which is 2025 Topps, which I had horrific luck on. I just thought it was awful. Terrible quality control, really too many parallels and not enough in the actual packs. It was just not a good experience. You'll see a video coming up where I ripped 10 boxes of 2025, the newly licensed, NBA licensed 2025 Topps. It was not a pleasant experience, and by the 8th box I didn't even want to open the other 2 because I was scared I was going to pull an incredible card with shitty corners. Anyway, enough ripping on Ultramodern cards. I like these. I think these are great looking. I guess most people would probably agree. This is the first ever year of dual color blast as far as I know. This one's a Pop 10 and a PSA 10. There's a bunch of really other cool ones in here. I think there's a LeBron and Kyrie and maybe a LeBron and Curry or something. I don't know. You can go check out the checklist on tcdb.com. 25 bids, $15,000. Yikes. Let's check it out. Let's see what's going on. There it is right there. Is that an all-time record? Yeah, it is an all-time record. Card sold 3 times in, less than 30 days. I guess this just came out. Apparently $15,000, $8,650, $10,500, $15,000. That is the new all-time high. So an all-time record set there for the dual color blast. LaMelo Ball, remember him? He's the most reckless player I've ever seen play basketball. He does some of the most genius stuff and some of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my entire life. $15,000 for his True RPA BGS 9. A star swatch Luka Doncic. And this is going to be the beginning of the most preposterous patch auto Luka Doncic run you've ever seen in a weekly auction. So just sit down and prepare yourself. Somebody in the comments is going to have to make sense of this for me. I just don't understand why. And again, I'm buying back into Luka Doncic. Like I think it's time to buy back into the Luka Doncic market. I've spent a few serious bucks buying back into Luka Doncic cards, but primarily as rookie cards. You've got to explain to me. This guy was a rookie. This guy's in his 8th, 9th, 10th year in the NBA, 9th year in the NBA, something like that. I mean, he's not a rookie anymore. So we're looking at, what is this, 2025? I mean, this is a 2023 card. But if we're in 2025, he's rookie in 2018. That's 8 years. So he's in his 8th year in the NBA. And wait till you see what people are paying for patch auto cards from his 8th year. They're paying more than they're paying for his freaking serial numbered rookie cards. It doesn't make any sense to me. I guess the hobby is just changing. 2023 Flawless Star Swatch Auto, uncirculated, serial number 25, $15,600. Here's another Luka Doncic patch, no autograph here, but it's a flawless Bill Russell Tribute, 1 of 1. I'm not sure how those players are linked together, but you throw Bill Russell on something and old people get excited. 16,200. BGS 9 Jordan does 16.2. Noise Boys BGS 9.5. All right, so I wonder if this card is going to follow suit with the Jordan cards that we've seen take a little bit of a step back, or is it going to follow in the path of, the most recent Jordan card we looked at, which the Hardcourt Hall of Views and the Upper Deck Gold, which broke all-time records. Well, the Noise Boys is not as rare as, the last 2 Jordan cards we looked at. It's a Pop 77, but guess what? This is an all-time record. Last night's sale of $17,400 is the highest price ever paid, and there's your slow and steady trend, right? Weird little reset right here in May of this year, and then people said, the hell with it, let's keep going. And here we are last night, 17.4 again. It's a min gem, so it's not like a Gem Plus Plus or anything like that. I'm super excited to finally announce that the Cajun Cardboard brand is now an affiliate partner with Ship My Cards. Ship My Cards has deep roots in the sports card hobby and a comprehensive list of services from shipping and storage to grading, consignment, private sales, escrow services, and even the exclusive premium white glove delivery service for your highest of the high-end cards. When you check out on shipmycards.com, make sure to use the promo code Cajun123. So this is a very impressive sale. Noise Boys 17.4, BGS 9.5. Interesting right there. What about another Jordan card? Here we go. Another Hierarchy Jordan card. This is the Luminescent, which is the middle child, all right? There's the Luminous, the Luminescent, and the Illuminator, which is exceedingly rare. With a print run, people estimate somewhere in the 70s. I don't know the precise number, but they estimate the Illuminator somewhere in the 70s. There's more Luminescent out there. But BGS 10, when you've got, how many edges is this? 1 billion? Look how many edges on this die-cut card. It's just a really gorgeous card. 58 bids should give you some idea how much people care about these triumvirates. Remember, there's a Series 1 and a Series 2. I've done a nice video. I'll try to link that video at the end of this one if you want to learn more about these triumvirate triplicates. There's actually 4, if you include the members-only Luminous from each. So there's actually 8 different triumvirate cards from 1997 Stadium Club for Michael Jordan, right? Anyway, this BGS 10 sells for $18,000. That's a big-ass sale, a BAS, as they say in the business. And it is, by far, not even close, an all-time record high sales price. Why? Because it is a Pop 8, yikes, in PSA 10, but it is a Pop 2 in BGS 10. And here's the thing that you guys need to pay attention to. The PSA 10 sold for $27,000. The BGS 10 last night sells for $18,000. That seems really weird. And I did something wrong then. Why is a PSA 10, why does it say it sold for $27,000, but I'm ringing a bell on an $18,000 sale? Did I type in BGS 10? Nope. I don't understand that. I don't know why it's not pulling up the PSA 10 for some reason. I didn't put BGS in there either. I don't know why it's not pulling up a PSA 10 sale. I wonder what the highest, maybe that's just an estimate, a Card Ladder estimate of the value. That's what it is. Yeah, PSA 10 hadn't sold since 2023. Card Ladder, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. Somebody else figure it out. I don't know. It looks to be an all-time record. Tell me if it's not. Paolo Banchero 2022. This is it. It's true RPA. It's a BGS 9.5. It's a min gem. It sold last night for $18,000. I'm not sold on him. I know everybody is all over Paolo Banchero and like he's the next great one, and I just don't feel the guy has an IQ, man. And I also don't think he can shoot the ball real well. That's just my personal opinion. Is he an all-star? 100%. Is he a first-team All-NBA? Never. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think we're ever going to see that out of him. I don't think his IQ is there. This is an all-time record. The highest price ever paid for a BGS 9.5, Paolo Banchero. And it is an amazing-looking patch. There's stuff everywhere. It's chaos, right? Number 20 out of 99. Again, I don't want to, great player. Really good player. I just don't see all-time greatness in him. You know what I'm saying? I see Blake Griffin at the absolute peak of his powers. He hopes to be Blake Griffin. And Blake Griffin was great. Blake Griffin's going to be a Hall of Famer, right? And so could Paolo Banchero be a Hall of Famer? Yes. But could he be one of the 3 best players in the world? I just don't see it. Let me know what you think about Paolo Banchero in the comments. Steph Curry, dual patch auto from Immaculate Collection, serial number 25, does 18.6. And here's where the Luka chaos goes. And it's all this 2024 flawless stuff. There's 2 cards that look exactly the same. It's the exact same card, except one serial number 6, one serial number 8. These things are selling for $20,000. I don't understand that. Like, I just don't understand that. This is a 7th year Luka Doncic patch auto serial number 25, selling for $23,000 and $19,200. This patch, obviously a little better. Is it $4,000 better? I don't know. You guys tell me. But sandwiched in between those two sales, we have a really big Steph Castle card. Again, fun player to watch. I really like watching him. He won Rookie of the Year in one of the weakest Rookie of the Year races that I've ever seen. I would guess Malcolm Brogdon's Rookie of the Year was probably worse. Dario Saric was in the mix that year. That was a pretty bad year for Rookie of the Year. But last year's was also pretty damn bad, to be quite honest with you, regardless of why, injuries and whatnot. But, like, just not an eye-popping rookie class. So Steph Castle was, I guess, the most consistent, and he did nothing. He averaged like 13 and 4 or something. 2024 Optic Downtown Gold. He just happens to be on a very popular team now because it's got Victor Wembanyama, who is not from this earth. There is an awesome-looking, freaky-ass coyote down here with, like, digital eyes. I don't know what's happening. But good luck sleeping tonight with that freaky coyote down here underneath Steph Curry's the ball in Steph Castle's left hand. 77 bids. Shout out to Luka Magic. 77 bids on this thing. I am going to go out on a limb and say this is a set collector trying to put together the Downtown Gold. If you bought this card, please tell me in the comments if you're a set collector or if you're collecting Steph Castle or if it's investment or whatever. I would love to get feedback on stuff like that. I would like to know if this is a Steph Castle collector or a Downtown Gold. And again, I love these Downtown Golds and the Optic and the gold vinyls. They look great from 2024 Donruss Optic. This is a Pop 3, $21,600. Let's just look it up and compare it to Steph Castle, period, ever. Any Steph Castle card that's ever sold in history. Guys, you're looking at the 3rd highest selling Steph Castle card in history, $21,600. The only 2 Steph Castle cards that have sold for more is this disgusting, putrid, horrible to look at 2024 Kaboom Vertical Green and this 2024 beautiful Prism Nebula Choice 1 of 1 rookie card. Like, those are both really good looking cards, and I guess this is a rookie for Steph Castle somehow. Anyway, let's keep going. This card was sold by the great Gigi, who is a follower of the channel and a good friend of mine and an incredible collector. Got an incredible collection, incredible Jordan collection. He sold this 1997 Flair Showcase Legacy Collection Row 3 PSA 8 new label. It used to be a BGS 9. It's a Pop 12, only 3 higher. If you guys know the hierarchy, you know this is Tier 1. Whether you like it or not, it's Tier 1. And this Row 3 from 97 is a PSA 8 Pop 12, and these were all serial numbered to 197. Great card. 25.8 is a preposterously high sale, but it is confirmed already paid. This card has already been paid, so I know this all-time record is legit. The highest sale before this for any grade ever, this is the highest sale ever. PSA 8 right there. Highest sale ever. Congrats to Gigi on that sale. Luka Doncic certified roll call 1 of 1. Sold for $25,000. And so this would be a great example. There's a 2023 Flawless Star Swatch autograph, serial number to 5, from Luka Doncic's 6th year. And there's a 2018, and I know it's certified, which is not Prism or Optic or any of that, or National Treasures or Flawless or Mac. But this is a 1 of 1 Luka Doncic autograph that sells for less than this card right here. That doesn't make sense to me. And maybe it's just because I'm old. Maybe I'm stubborn. Maybe I'm from that old era where rookie cards just have to mean more, right? I'm not saying that non-rookie cards don't have a place in the hobby. Obviously, I collect them like crazy, especially for Jordan 90 stuff, right? The 90 stuff is better than all of the rookie Jordan stuff by far. It's not even close. But I don't know this here, someone has to make sense out of this to me. You guys let me know in the comments. Am I the crazy one? I mean, I've seen these every single week. You will never see a different one of these. There's only one of them. I just don't get it. I don't understand that. If you're asking me to choose between these two, I would choose one of these over all 5 of these. That just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand the significance of it. But again, I'm not the ultra modern patch auto collector. So hopefully one of you educated folks in the comments can explain it to me. I do like the look of this card. A 2021 Flawless Championship Tags PSA 9. It's serial number 2. I know these championship tags are starting to get more popular, not quite to Logo Man status yet, but still very popular. 28,800, pop one, none higher for that PSA 9. Cade Cunningham, Flawless Vertical, serial number 25, PSA 10 pop 4 does 28.8. I've got it pulled up. It's not the all-time record. Oh wait, yes it is. It tied the all-time record. And no, it's not the same card that sold on alt. It's different. This is serial number 11 out of 25. It does look the same. The patch is almost identical. And this is serial number 17 out of 25. But damn, don't those patches look alike? That's crazy, right? They look almost identical. I love the patch too, by the way. Red, white, blue. Almost looks like the French flag. I don't know what order the French flag colors come in, but next to that, this card has to come back, right? This is the card I keep bitching about. It's high pop. It's really, really easy to grade. It's the Dunk and Go Nuts. This doesn't necessarily look like the most clear version. I can actually see a little bit of tint to it. 28 bids, so not a crazy number of bids. Surely this one came back, right? Surely this one came back. No, Cajun. We're going to go ahead and for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th consecutive time, break an all-time record. I don't understand what is happening here. This is like the Kaboom of Jordan hierarchy cards. Look at this card over the last 2 years. 31 times. So it's selling more than once a month. It's pop 65. There's a bazillion BGS 10s and BGS 95s. There's over 200 Gem Mint copies of this card between PSA and BGS, if I recall. There's 31 sales over the last 2 years. And in the face of every single thing coming to market, including my copy, this thing is up 3x. 3x. It's up 196%. That is crazy to me. I don't understand it. Someone explain what is happening with Dunk and Go Nuts, but that one defies the logic and does what the others before it could not. And here we are at our top 3, and wouldn't you know, we're going to have 2 Luka Doncic flawless patch autos, but also we're going to look at this Jordan BGS 9.5 Min Gem. Now, it's important, it's crucial when you're looking at a 9.5 Jordan 86 Fleer, you're going to separate the ones with 9.5 centering or 10 centering from those that don't. And this one does. It is a Min Gem, so it falls back into that category. It's never going to match what a Quad or a Gem Plus sells for. It's just not. But if you're going to have a 9, you want to make sure it's not in centering. And this one is not. It's in surface, which is probably the least important of all 4 subgrades on this particular card, at least in my estimation. You can disagree with me in the comments and let me know what you think. But I would think if you're going to choose a category, a subgrade to put a 9 into for a Jordan 57 Fleer Min Gem pack-pulled true rookie card, you're going to pick surface. Anyway, 43.2 for this card. I've got it pulled up. There it is. 548 is the pop of this card. Look at how wild this graph is. But this is a pretty good sale. 43.2. It's higher than the last 2 sales of 39 on Heritage and 40,000 on Fanatics Premier. So I think that's a really good sale last night of that card. Again, it's just impossible to look at graphs of that card. I know for sure the 7, the 8, the 9, and the 10 are all moving up. The BGS 9.5, it's just hard to make any sense out of it. Any of the BGS, it's just impossible because there's so many subgrades and it matters so much. Subgrades on this card matter more than any card in the world. I've said it. You can argue with me in the comments if you want. And let's just do it again. Let's just do the exact same thing again. This doesn't make sense to me. Why in God's name would anyone rather this 7th year flawless patch auto? It's the same product over the 2018 flawless green serial number 5 BGS 8.5 rookie patch auto. I just don't understand it. I get it. The patch is bigger. You can say it's better. I mean, green is sort of a color match. At least it's a color match for the old school Mavericks. Shout out to Rolando Blackman and Derek Harper and you folks, Roy Tarpley. But I just don't understand these 2 cards. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, give me the 2018 all day long. There it is right there. There is 2 versions. I shouldn't say it's two totally different cards. So this is the all-time record, by the way. And you're looking at the screen, you're like, Cajun, what about that 2021 sale for $136,000? It looks like the same card, but it is not the same card. This is and it's not pulling up. This is the Star Swatch Signatures version, and this is not the Star Swatch Signatures version. So look at the patch window. It's shaped different. Again, it does look sort of the same. The ball's in his right hand. He's driving to the basket, all that stuff, but it's not the same card. So this is the all-time record for the serial number 5 flawless green Luka Doncic, and it's a really, really big sale right there, $55,200. And then we've got this one, and it's even more frustrating. I don't know, maybe y'all like this. That's not a Lakers patch. That is a Lakers jersey on the face of the card. Luka's wearing his Lakers jersey, and he's so fat gravy's pouring out of his flabby arms. This is before the reckoning, before the summer of Thin Luca. Obviously, his head looks like a freaking pumpkin. He's so fat. Anyway, that is not a Lakers patch in that card. It is serial number 2 out of 3. It is a Mavericks patch. It is a Lakers jersey. It is just, I just don't understand why this would sell for $57,000, which, by the way, is the highest selling 2024 Luka Doncic flawless card ever that he didn't share with another player, because he has a LeBron logo man that sold for much more. So this is it. I don't know what just happened. I don't know what just happened with these Luka 2024 flawless cards. Is it just super hot because the product just came out? Did it just come out? I don't know. We're in 2025. We're almost out of 2025. Did this product just come out? I don't know. Somebody explain what's going on here. But we saw a lot of flawless patch auto Luka Doncic cards sell for a lot of freaking money. There's 3 of them in the top 10 or whatever, 3 of them in the top 12. So I don't know. Crazy stuff. Jordans are up. Jordans are down. Some Jordans are coming back. Some Jordans are pushing forward. It seems to have no correlation to pop or print run or any of that stuff. Flawless patch auto stuff continues to go bananas. We saw some Cade Cunningham, some Boncaro. I shared my thoughts. You guys can hate me for it. Luka Doncic rookie cards versus Luka Doncic 7th year patch auto cards. Why? I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm having a blast in the hobby. Guys, I don't know if you can tell, but I have got so much energy and I'm so excited about this hobby right now. I am having a blast. If you guys are enjoying the Cajun Cardboard channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. If you watch these videos every single Monday, hit the freaking subscribe button. Stop, pause it, hit it right now. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps me with my affiliate partners. They know that I mean something. I'm doing my best. And when I mention my affiliate partners, you will see advertisements in the middle of my videos from time to time, little 20, 30 seconds here and there. I don't control the YouTube stuff. So I'm not endorsing Cialis or Viagra or, Depends, men's diapers or any of that crap. But I am endorsing Ship My Cards, and I am endorsing BCW and Card Ladder and Fanatics and Alt and 90sauctions.com and a couple of these other folks that are affiliate partners of this channel. So for every once in a while, you will see those videos. Just be patient with me, and check them out. I'm finally getting an affiliate, promo code and actually save you guys some money on Ship My Cards and on BCW supplies, right? You use that promo code Cajun and you're going to save some money. I think it's Cajun123 on Ship My Cards, but you guys get the point. Look into those affiliate partners of mine on this channel and let me know what you think. They may help you in your collecting endeavors the way that they help me. And of course, if you want me to ring this damn cowbell for you, you've got to submit your cards to Fanatics Weekly. It's the only way, right? It's the only way you can get that damn bell rung. And if you do, please consider using the promo code Cajun, all capital letters, when you submit your cards. It is my primary method of compensation in this hobby. I want to be very clear. I try to do this pretty regularly. Fanatics pays me to create content and to refer buyers and sellers to their site. There is no shame in my game. I want to be very, very clear with that. That being said, I am pretty transparent and honest. If Fanatics does something that I really like, I'll tell you. If they do something that I really don't, I'll question it. If a card sells for really high and it looks suspicious, I'll say it. Again, that's not on Fanatics. That's on the shillers that shill bid the card up. We've heard a lot of talk recently about private sales and how they're fake and this and that. I don't know if they are or not. I want to reiterate. I am simply bringing you numbers on a screen. I am not vetting these sales. If you think one of these sales is not real or didn't get paid or it was a shill bid deal where the money's coming back to the bidder, that kind of stuff can happen. Auction houses, eBay, Golden, Alt, Fanatics, all these places, they can only do so much to police that. All they can do is, if they find out that occurs or there's a non-paid item, Fanatics has really cracked down on blocking those people from ever bidding on the site. In fact, I'm getting messages where people accidentally forgot to pay for cards, allegedly accidentally, or there was a technological problem or something, did not pay for a card on Fanatics, and they're locked out. They are locked out. They can't go back and bid on Fanatics cards. So that's what auction houses can do. Is there more they can do? Yeah, there's more they can do, but let's take it a step at a time. I like Fanatics. I think this is it's my primary platform to buy and sell my sports cards, and I'm not just using words. I am really putting my money where my mouth is. If you guys watch my channel, you know I'm selling quite a bit of cards on Fanatics, and I am buying quite a bit of cards as well. I've got a pretty impressive mail day coming up pretty soon, if I do say so my damn self, to quote the great Fletch, Chevy Chase and Fletch, if I do say so my damn self, coming up that you guys are really going to enjoy. Fanatics is the main reason that I could get to where I'm at in the hobby, and it is a great source of content. There's so many things that I can use my Fanatics Vault to share cards with you, and I'll keep bringing you these weekly auction recaps every single Monday morning, no matter what, even when I'm out of town on a soccer trip. And by the way, my soccer journey for the fall is almost over, so I'm going to be in town more often, and I'm going to have more time to do some more unique videos. You guys know you're going to get the Fanatics Weekly on Monday. You're going to get the Jordan Record Collection on Tuesday. You're going to get the Alt Recap Weekly Review Preview on Friday. You're going to get Mail Days on Saturday and or breaking videos on Saturday. But I've got more time now that soccer has slowed down for my kids, and you guys are going to really start to get some badass content. In fact, I'm getting really close on this incredible Kobe Bryant project that I'm really proud of. I just have to make damn sure I do everything perfectly because I don't collect Kobe Bryant cards, and so I want to make the Kobe Bryant collecting community proud of me. I want it to be something that they can embrace and be proud of, knowing that it's coming from a non-Kobe collector. I want to make sure I give it the attention it deserves, and I want it to make sure it's a zero-sum game and everything is perfect, okay? It's not going to be a deal where I'm telling people what Kobe cards are the best. It's not like the Hierarchy Project. And again, that wasn't me telling people which Jordan cards were the best. That was a consensus that I just happened to put together. It was my brainchild, but it wasn't me saying, here's my cards. That's not what that was. That's not what this Kobe's going to be. So if you're hoping for this ranking of somebody telling you which Kobe cards are the best, that is not my place. I do not have standing to do that. I do not have the knowledge to do that. I am learning a hell of a lot about Kobe Bryant cards putting this project together, and it's really fun, and I'm getting the itch. But as of right now, I have not bought any Kobe Bryant cards that will be featured in this project because I want to make sure when I release the project, I can tell you guys, I don't own any of these cards. I have no dog in this hunt. I am completely unbiased and objective. I don't own any of the cards that are about to appear in this Kobe Bryant project, but you guys are really, really going to like it. And by the way, coming shortly after that, sometime in 2026, there's going to be another Michael Jordan project. It's going to blow your mind. You're really going to enjoy it. It's completely coming out of left field. It's not going to be what you're expecting, and I really think you guys, especially in the Jordan market, especially if you think these Hierarchy cards from the 90s have run too much, too fast, I really think you're going to like this Jordan project because it's a way to take a detour. All right, that's it. I've said enough. I'm not going to say any more. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great first week in November. Don't forget to check out the Jordan Record Collection video that comes out tomorrow night. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, comment, hit the bell icon for notifications of new Cajun Cardboard videos. The website's coming along. Hopefully it'll be done by the end of the year. We're starting to drag our ass a little bit, but I'm going to make sure we get that thing going. Thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby, and peace.